Hi, this is Mark Tibb speaking. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, WBC, Lineal and of course Ring Magazine, heavyweight champion of the world, has tore into Anthony Joshua. Not for the first time and probably won't be for the last time. And this article comes via TalkSport in the description box as always. Now, we're going to go in through Tyson Fury's statement. Of course, I'll give you my thoughts on it as well. Please give me your thoughts by dropping a comment in the comment section below and give me a cheeky thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Now, I'm pretty sure that once Fury done this, he probably got onto the phone with Anthony Joshua and said, hey, you know what, I said this, that and the other, and them two probably had like a bit of a laugh, like, oh God, why do you say that for, and blah, blah, blah. Because these guys do actually get on. But, like Tyson Fury will be, he will say this about Joshua today, tomorrow he'll praise him. And then he'll go back to dissing him. It's all part of the drama, okay? So don't take none of it seriously, okay? Both of these guys have said that they do talk quite a bit, okay? So anyway, this is what Tyson Fury had to say about that whole situation, about having a homecoming in the UK and would like to fight Anthony Joshua, even if that means without a crowd. Okay, so this is what Fury had to say. I'll be fighting in December either against Deontay Wilder in Las Vegas or Joe Bloggs. I've made it very clear that if we cannot fight in America, then I want a homecoming in the UK. I don't care about a crowd. I'm about 1 hour from going absent without leave unless I get some good news. Tell AJ to grow a pair and step up to fight in December. If Wilder doesn't happen, then let's get the AJ fight in December. If Wilder doesn't happen in December, then I will step in and smash Anthony Joshua into next week. I saw Joshua get knocked out by Andy Ruiz Jr., then go back to his corner and jack it in. I don't think the rematch performance was a masterclass. That rematch was like watching paint dry. I've been in loads of dogfights and won them all. He's been in one and got beat. Joshua's not man enough for me. Have you ever seen a knife go through butter before? I will knock out AJ in 3 rounds. How would he get out of the way of me? Is he fleet-footed enough to get away from me? I will cut him down in 2. It's not about tactics, it's about balls, guts and determination, and I have those in abundance. Once his fight gets made, I will show you what to do with a bodybuilder like that. You cut him in 2. He jacked against Ruiz and he will do it again. Once you've quit once, you will quit again. That's Tyson Fury's statement. Now, as I said, we're going to break down some of the things that he says in there. Now, first of all, Anthony Joshua had been in one dogfight and jacked. Well, that's not true because he was in one hell of a dogfight against Vladimir Klitschko where he took Klitschko's best punches. And he was out on his feet on quite a few occasions. Of course, he did actually hit the deck as well. So Joshua can be in dogfights, and Joshua does come out on top in dogfights. It's just that in the Andy Ruiz Jr. first fight, he got hit on a shot that he couldn't recover from. It was on the side of the temple, and he just couldn't get his feet after that. Like a lot of the Wilder fans are saying about Wilder. He got hit, his equilibrium was all off because he had blood coming out of his ear. People love that word equilibrium because it sounds quite fancy, right? But that's pretty much what happened. And it's heavyweight boxing, but of course it doesn't just happen in heavyweights. It happens in all divisions. You get hit on the button. I don't care if you've got an iron jaw or not. You get hit on the button, you will go. And that is including of Tyson Fury. There's not a man alive who has an iron jaw, an iron head. Not a man alive for it. So I think it's very, very unfair for him to say that. But as I said, it's all part of the drama. Now, for Joshua quitting, well, I don't see no towel coming. I saw one coming against Wilder. So Joshua, no, he didn't quit, did he? But either way, the rematch, he says, like watching paint dry. Well, now you know how we feel when we watch a lot of your fights, Tyson. Because what Joshua done to Andy Ruiz Jr. is what Tyson Fury done to Vladimir Klitschko and quite a few other opponents. Fury is a pure boxer and defensive fighter first. That's what he's always been. Or he has been probably about since his 10th to 15th fight. That's pretty much the style that he's been in. So he hasn't really had dogfights. Well, he has against Otto Wallin, but outside of that, not really. Not really. But again, he did show a hell of a lot of heart, a lot of determination for sure against Otto Wallin. And of course, when he got dropped in the first fight by Wilder. So certainly, Fury has huge cojones, does he not? Of course he does. Of course he does. But nobody is unbeatable. There's a bit of a myth around certain fan bases. And again, just to briefly touch on some fan bases here, if you're really, really believe that Tyson Fury handles Joshua with no problems whatsoever, or if you believe that Joshua will handle Fury with no problems whatsoever, I will tell you right now, you are both wrong. Both of these guys are going to come out of their fights hurting. I'm telling you, both of these guys are going to be sore the next day. It is going to be a dogfight between these two, I'm pretty sure of it. But if Fury wants to be the pure boxer and put on a performance of like watching paint dry, he could do that. He could keep Joshua away with the jab all night long. Could Joshua cut him off? Of course he can. There's so many different scenarios, but of course a lot of people choose with their heart rather than their head. Okay, they think because Joshua, he got unlucky against Andy Ruiz Jr., well, I say unlucky, he got stopped by Andy Ruiz Jr., then that's a definite blueprint of how Tyson Fury is going to do it. No, Tyson Fury's hand speed is not even close to Andy Ruiz Jr. In fact, the only people who are really close to Andy Ruiz Jr. for hand speed would be a Joseph Parker, a Gerald Miller, or Adam Kaunaki. Nobody else has hand speed like that. Speed kills, okay? David Haye proved that many, many times. But he isn't going to just cut through Anthony Joshua. Now, he could do it by tiring Joshua down, and then eventually, when Joshua is tired. So if Joshua gets tired the way he did against Klitschko, Fury will turn predator, and he will cut him in two. That's for sure. That is for sure. But for me, I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. I really do. Now, to say that if we can't get Wilder, then we want Joshua in the UK, even without a crowd. First of all, that sounds great. But to say to Anthony Joshua, grow some balls and fight me in December, well, he's going through at the minute with Kubrat Pulev, okay? So once that contract is signed with Pulev, he then can't get out of it. Okay? So Fury and Wilder, these guys need to be working out, are you fighting in December or are you not? Because once Joshua signs, that's it. Fury's going to have to go find himself another opponent then, if the Wilder fight doesn't happen. So if he's not going to fight Wilder, then they need to get it and find out ASAP. If you can't get a crowd, because Bob Arum and whoever else want a crowd in America, I mean, first of all, why is it even happening in America? Why is it that Fury always has to be the one to travel? That's ridiculous, isn't it? Actually, it's, like speaking about that, I know some people, when they hear him, how he wants a homecoming in the UK and he'd like to be Anthony Joshua, people say, but he hasn't got a UK boxing license, as in a British Box Border Control license, because he gave that up, because he wasn't planning on fighting in the UK. And that's absolutely true, but there is a 6-week turnaround to get your boxing license back. So it's not going to be a problem, okay? Just because he said, I'm not going to be fighting in the UK, therefore I don't need to be giving you any kind of money to renew my license, doesn't mean he cannot get his license. Would that open up investigations with UCAD over this whole farmer thing? Absolutely not. Of course it wouldn't. Okay, so there's no issues with that, or at least as far as I'm aware anyway. But if you're so okay with fighting Anthony Joshua without a crowd, then fight Wilder without a crowd. Get hold of Bob Arum and say, yo, let's get this Wilder fight done and dusted. I don't care about a crowd anymore. I'm fed up of waiting. I get you guys want a crowd because it's going to generate a bit more money. But let's be honest, not many people are really going to turn up anyway. First of all, because people maybe don't really feel safe going to a crowded environment. But second of all, not many people are probably going to turn up anyway because they already know I'm going to batter the crap out of Wilder. So why they need to turn up for it? Let's just get the fight on behind closed doors. If you don't get any kind of luck with that, then get on to Anthony Joshua. Joshua's not going to sit around, not sign a contract with Pulev, just in case. That isn't going to happen. So either way, both of these guys need to get in the ring. And that's the only way that we're going to find out who the better man is. Doesn't matter how you look at it. You can break down this fight any way, which way that you want. And you may well be correct, but you may well be wrong as well. Get him in the ring. Let's find out. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.